Hey guys, and welcome to the Working Money channel. So how does that Bitcoin trend look to you? I have Bitcoin here on the daily. How does it look? In your opinion, does it look good? Does it look like it's going to keep going up? Or does it look bad? Are we going to come tumbling down once again? Well, apparently a new report says Bitcoin price is in a more sustainable uptrend than in 2019. And for those of you guys who don't remember 2019, we saw a Bitcoin rally from about 3,200 or 3,100 at its bottom here, all the way up to about 13,800. Now this rally was kind of unexpected, I think, to a lot of people, and now we're trying to kind of get back up to these highs. So why is this rally so much different than the one we saw in 2019? 2020 is showing that investors are more skewed to hodling than speculating, says Delphi Digital, in line with various findings from the past few months. Bitcoin hitting its highest in over a year was different from the 2019 bull run because exchange balances fell, a new report says. Published on September 21st and seen by Cointelegraph, Delphi Digital's Bitcoin Outlook highlights unique trends in Bitcoin price action. So according to the three researchers who compiled the report, Bitcoin reaching 12,500 last month had little in common with its run to 13,800 in 2019. So they are comparing this run here, guys, for Bitcoin with this run over here, for those of you guys who need a visual on that. Okay, so they're saying this is much different than what we saw over here in 2019. This is because exchange balances at the time increased, while this year they continued falling despite price rises. As such, overall selling pressure among traders and investors is less this time around, so that's a good sign. More people are hodling, less people are selling, which will indeed help pump the price upward. Unlike the 2019 price uptrend, which coincided with Bitcoin stock increasing, this current trend has seen a divergence between Bitcoin stock and price, the researchers argue. This suggests a more sustainable move upward for Bitcoin in comparison to that of 2019, as data indicates a holder base with longer time horizons. And yeah, that's the other thing we got to remember with regards to Bitcoin cycles. Even if you were getting excited over last year's uptrend, we were kind of a little too early for that in the cycle. We saw a cycle in 2013, and then in 2016, 2017, we saw another cycle. The next cycle should be technically around 2020, 2021, maybe into 2022. It'll likely be longer between cycles, but this cycle will be more powerful, and maybe this cycle itself will last more than 2 years. As we did see, the last cycle did last about 2 years for Bitcoin, as you guys can see here, or just over 2 years, 2.5 years actually. So from August 2015 all the way up to December 2017 for Bitcoin. That was kind of the last time we saw Bitcoin in a bullish trajectory. So now we're looking at 2020. The time is right. There's less supply to sell and more buyers to buy. And this bodes well for the crypto market as a whole, guys. I have XRP here, and the trend is looking similar to Bitcoin right now. We're just vacillating in and around this same zone that we've kind of been vacillating in for a while now. Here, I'll take it off auto, bring it up here so you guys can see. We've just been in this range, in this level of support. So we'll call it a demand zone, and we will bring you guys here. I'll just show you guys, just delineate where we kind of are right now. Right here, the low of 299.299 and the high right here of about, so far we've hit a high of 0.234, so 23.4. Okay, vacillating in this zone, and this retraces back here. So are we going to see lower lows? Are we going to see an uptrend all of a sudden? Are we going to see a burst up, a burst of movement upward? Well, it still is up for debate. If the crypto market does go lower, however, my next target is all the way down here, 19.7 cents, and that is if we see Bitcoin actually take a tumble down to somewhere in these levels here. Okay, I have this line at 8,700, but even if it goes down to about 9,000 again, I think we could see XRP go below 20 cents once again. Let's not think about that though, because Bitcoin hodlers keep hodling. This is a positive market. We're thinking bull rally, more sustainable than the one we saw in 2019. And this from Anders L at X_Anderson on Twitter. I believe so too. He says perhaps for 1.3 trillion different reasons, a financial crisis could surprise investors sooner rather than later. This with regards to traditional markets, so it's good that we're hedging our bets with some cryptocurrency. Our call of the day from Deutsche Bank has some good news and not so great news, of course. As Q3 draws to a close, we estimate that the level of GDP is about halfway back to its pre-virus level, and we now see that journey being completed by the middle of next year, a couple of quarters sooner than our previous forecast, said the team led by Peter Hooper, global head of economic research in the bank's just released World Outlook update. Hooper expects the pace of the recovery to slow as the virus spreads through the winter months, of course, especially barring a U.S. fiscal package before the election. But once summer comes, the team anticipates widespread vaccinations beginning, which will help herd immunity take hold and speed of the recovery. Assuming there is a successful vaccination, the team says 3/4 of the world's population could be vaccinated by mid-2023. Does that mean that the economy is going to be crap until 2023? Well, Bitcoin rallies to the beat of its own drum, and I have a feeling that if there is some economic growth, I think investors will continue to buy Bitcoin as that hedge, just in case. And I think we can assume that there will be another crypto rally as we've seen in the past. These strategists also see a looming financial crisis, though, tipped by a growing overvaluation of assets and mounting debt levels, and driven by the massive fiscal and monetary policy stimulus efforts. Financial crises have often been touched off in the past under such conditions by the inevitable shift from policy ease to policy tightening, which is likely still several years away but could happen sooner, says Hooper. So we are still in a bit of a haze of questioning what is going to happen. You know, there are a lot of things going on in the world right now, including this, which could also affect the economy. So this from Michael at Val5 Links: the race for control of the digitalization of international finance is just beginning, but it's a race China seems determined to win. So China picking no bones about being number one. China is poised to roll out its closely watched and long-awaited digital yuan, designed to help the country keep pace with and control the digitizing local and global economy. Now China's central bank has said that the country needs to break US dollar dominance and internationalize the yuan, with the rights to issue and control a digital currency set to become a new battlefield of competition between countries. So guys, this is huge news with regards to trade with the US and China. China has many advantages and opportunities in issuing fiat digital currencies, so it should accelerate the pace to seize the first track. China Finance, a magazine run by the People's Bank of China, the PBOC, wrote over the weekend adding that this new battlefield, China needs to establish a new payment system network to break the US dollar's monopoly. And they've talked about this. This isn't new. They've talked about this with their other trading partners, saying, hey, why do we need the US dollar to trade? Why can't we trade in the yuan or the ruble with Russia, for example, or any other currency? We don't need the US dollar for this. The details of the China Finance article were first reported by Reuters in Shanghai. Okay, in July, a former head of Commodities Future Trading Commission warned the U.S. is falling behind digital currency projects elsewhere in the world. The PBOC magazine also revealed China's Digital Currency Research Institute had filed 130 patents. Okay, we heard about the 130 patents and that they do want to definitely have their currency ready by the Winter Olympics. Interestingly enough, in central bank digital currencies, including a potential digital dollar. This has indeed accelerated in recent months, which the beer flu crisis and the need to quickly distribute cash to Americans, resulting in a provision for a digital dollar included in an early draft stimulus bill this year. China's looming plans for the digital yuan, along with Facebook's Libra project, have thrust the digitization of payment system into the limelight. So guys, China stepping up saying, we are just basically going to go for this. We're willing to put up a fight, but it looks as though the US still what seems to be years behind with regards to digital dollar adoption. So how is this going to affect the economy? Will the US be able to keep up with China now that they are at this stage? And, they're calling it a new battlefield. They're seeing this as a war in a way, a trade war, and we've heard that term before. The crazy thing is, we have the technology. It's not a matter of the technology, it's just a matter of regulatory clarity. So is it that the US is biding their time, wanting to get the regulatory clarity straight before they just roll everything out? And then when they do, I think you guys know where I'm going with this, the types of coins that will see the most traction once this regulatory clarity hits will be coins like XRP with regards to trade, with regards to banking and finance. Those will be the coins first out of the gate, really run and ramp up in price very, very quickly. It's just a theory. Guys, I saw this from Ant1 here on Twitter. The Bank of England has agreed to an £81.4 million deal with consultancy firm Accenture to be its technology delivery partner for the RTGS renewal program. So this is big considering Accenture is a Ripple partner. The contract awarded notice says the company will build, test, deploy, and maintain the real-time gross settlement service for the bank, which holds accounts for banks, building societies, and other institutions. It will also involve developing new features and capabilities for payments and settlements between financial institutions. The bank has indicated that the renewal is necessary because the way payments are made has changed dramatically in recent years, reflecting changes in the needs of households and companies in technology and an evolving regulatory landscape. It has placed an emphasis on increasing resilience, providing greater access, wider interoperability, improved user functionality, and stronger risk management. Everything that will make for a robust system. Of course, interoperability, one of those key features that Ripple often highlights when they're trying to attract clients. The fact that you can source XRP for ODL in many types of currencies, okay, not just common currencies, but it works best for exotic currencies. It's because you have the liquidity there, it's on demand, and it's fast. That's the beauty of it. You can source the funds, convert it to whatever currency you want, and boom, the transaction takes, well, technically it takes seconds, but for the full process to go through, I think it's about a minute or two. So you're not exposed to that volatility for very long. So this is great. We already know the Bank of England has been positive on RippleNet and XRP, and they have already deemed XRP as not a security. So this contract signing with Accenture totally makes sense to me. I wanted to thank Ant1 here on Twitter for posting that. I got another one here, guys, from XRP Researcher on Twitter at XRP News _ oh yeah. The site is back. Hackers can't take us down. Apparently his site got hacked, but now he's back up and he's got some more news to share. This with regards to Hdfc Bank. India's largest bank now joins RippleNet as confirmed by Navin Gupta, who works at Ripple. So India's largest bank has joined RippleNet. Hdfc Bank Limited is an Indian banking and financial services company headquartered in Mumbai, and there are some statistics with regards to that. Here's a tweet tweeted out by Lewis Marriott here. Hdfc Bank, the largest private sector bank in India, joins RippleNet, and here's the announcement at Swell Meena, August 12th, 2020. Here it is from Navin Gupta himself.
I'm pleased to announce that Hdfc Bank, largest private sector bank in India, has joined RippleNet. They will be a key receiving partner into India, and our team is incredibly excited to work with them. Many thanks to our speakers today for taking the time to share their insights, and thank you all for joining us. We appreciate your time and participation. If you want to learn more about what we have covered, feel free to reach out to our team directly or through our website at ripple.com. From the Ripple family, again, a big thank you.
So there you go, Navin Gupta confirming the news. Hdfc, despite the fact that we've heard over the last few days that, or was a few days ago, actually, that India was likely going to ban cryptocurrencies again. Of course, we confirmed that that was indeed not the case, that they were still kind of on the fence, that the decision hasn't actually been made yet. But again, guys, I think this decision with India and cryptocurrencies has nothing to do, clearly, it has nothing to do with cryptocurrencies at that bank level. Cryptocurrencies like XRP, I do not think will be affected by India's decision. As we know, Ashish Birla has said that back in 2018, the Indian banks have already committed, 50% of Indian banks already have committed to RippleNet. So at that level, I think on the banking level, we are going to see a meaningful cryptocurrency adoption in India. What the Indian government is probably concerned about most is trading cryptocurrencies, privacy coins, people making money in an unregulated market. I think that that is more what they are focusing on. And this kind of thing here, right, this kind of news really just points to that. The fact that the largest private bank in India is now confirmed as a RippleNet partner. Obviously, you know, there still might be some issues with regards to holding cryptocurrencies at the bank level, but I'm sure that will all get sorted out the same way the United States still needs to sort that out. So in the meantime, another Ripple partner, Hdfc Bank. Great news there coming from India. I wanted to thank XRP Researcher for posting that. And guys, I saw this the other day from Wrath of Kahneman. I thought this was interesting, so I wanted to share this with you. So Wrath of Kahneman posted this. In February 2018, Dilip Rao listed Volt, a digital custody solution, as part of the XRP ecosystem, not a partner per se. In May of 2020, Genesis Trading purchased Volt to develop a full suite of prime brokerage services, including lending, trading, and custody. And so here's a screen grab to that regard. We have Volt here, along with BitGo, Ledger, Genesis, Kraken, Bithumb, Bitstamp, a lot of these names we recognize. MoneyGram's there too, by the way. And so this was taken from this document. I found the document online here, Ripple and XRP overview, again, back from February 2018. And as you guys can see, the screen grab here. No, sorry, it wasn't that one. It was down here. Right, here it is here, Volt, listed here in that screen grab. Now, the interesting thing is, Genesis is a subsidiary of Digital Currency Group founded by Barry Silbert and including CoinDesk and Grayscale. Silbert has famously claimed that Ripple is their largest investment, though remain neutral about XRP, and this was back in 2019. Neutral on the coin XRP at that moment in time. XRP is not on our conviction list of holdings yet. He puts in brackets, super bullish on the company, neutral on the token as of now. Then Wrath of Kahneman says, just this month, DGC announced suddenly that they acquired Luno, a London-based exchange focused on expanding into the Middle East and South America, according to its chief executive, Marcus Swainpool. DCG is also invested in numerous crypto endeavors, including many that offer XRP, as well as some Ripple partners, Coinbase, Coins.ph, Bitso, Abra, Veeam, as well as investing in Ripple itself. And guys, here is Digital Currency Group's portfolio, a large portfolio, as you guys can see, categorized out here as in trading and exchanges, supply chain, compliance, custody, information, some others over here, enterprise investing, cryptocurrency, NFT, infrastructure, data, ad, rights management, identity, banking and payments, commerce, and then non-crypto companies down here. If you're not looking at this chart, dozens and dozens of companies listed here, including some that we recognize and some others that we still haven't heard of. Now, here's the interesting thing with DCG. If there is a Ripple connection there, I want to mention this article from back in May 2020 from Barry to Buffett, why DCG is the next Berkshire Hathaway. So let me go down here. It's been a tremendous year for the Digital Currency Group. Grayscale has accelerated its lead as the largest asset manager in crypto with over $3.8 billion. Genesis just acquired a custodian, Volt, in their race to become the leading crypto prime brokerage. CoinDesk is coming off a virtual conference where 22,000 people registered, and the venture fund continues to deploy capital at an impressive rate. Despite its status as the largest investment company in the crypto space, not much is known about DCG. How did this behemoth of a business start? What are its plans for world domination? One clue for DCG's future can be found in a speech by founder Barry Silbert at the Money 2020 conference in 2015. We are building the Berkshire Hathaway of digital currencies, he said. The following piece will break down DCG's business model to see if it really is poised to become the Berkshire Hathaway of digital assets. Well, he is saying it is. Guys, I'm not going to go over this entire article, though. I wanted to link it in the description because you guys know Berkshire Hathaway. Let's just see what stocks are going for on the NYSE. Stocks right now, 327,564 per share, and Berkshire Hathaway has maintained momentum over time. Look at that chart. That is just like a parabolic run upward for about 40 years now. This is because Warren Buffett knows what he's doing. He knows what to invest in. Obviously, he has a good track record with this. So could Digital Coin Group become the next Berkshire Hathaway? And is Ripple going to be involved in this? Very, very interesting thread. I wanted to thank Wrath of Kahneman for posting that. Sharing your insight. Thanks so much. He also does list all his resources here, guys. I will link this tweet thread in the description of this video, along with this Dilip Rao PDF and this article specifically stating why DCG could be the next Berkshire Hathaway. And so this news came out the other day. This from MacAttack XRP here on Twitter. U.S. banking regulator authorizes federal banks to hold reserves in stablecoins. And I think this decision is quite loaded for the cryptocurrency community and the XRP community specifically, and I'll tell you why. Federal banks in the U.S. see new capacity to provide services to crypto firms, specifically for stablecoin operators. Per an interpretive letter from the U.S. Office of the Comptroller of the Currency released on Monday, national banks will be free to hold reserve currencies for stablecoins. The new guidance reads, "We conclude that a national bank may hold such stablecoin reserves as a service to bank customers. Alongside the announcement, acting comptroller of the currency Brian Brooks noted that stablecoin services are already a part of many banking activities. National banks and federal savings associations currently engage in stablecoin-related activities involving billions of dollars each day, he says. The letter does, however, specify that for now, this will only apply to stablecoins backed one-to-one with another currency, so that is the rule for now, meaning that tokens dependent on baskets of currencies like Saga or some versions of Libra are excluded. So let me reiterate, that is what they have stated for now, but that could change, okay? That's going to be really, really important, guys, and it's stated right here. So Tether is a famous example of a stablecoin pegged to the US dollar using reserves held in New York. However, there has been lingering controversy over Tether allegedly using those reserves to cover losses at sister exchange Bitfinex since Brian Brooks, the former head of Coinbase's legal department, took over as acting head of the OCC in March. The office has been extremely active in expanding its role in cryptocurrencies and how they'll play out in the United States. Let's get back to this. So stablecoins. U.S. banking regulators authorize federal banks to hold reserves in stablecoins. Guys, this is a big step in cryptocurrency adoption. And again, for now, they are saying that it will only be applying to stablecoins back-to-back with another currency. I wanted to bring up this tweet here from JC Collins, okay? He says, some of you probably know more than me because I haven't followed stablecoins closely, but OCC clarification on stablecoins today and Payments Canada referenced last year that XRP was a stablecoin. Could this mean XRP is given stablecoin status at a set price in relation to the US dollar? Thoughts? Well, JC Collins, I'm going to give you my thoughts on this. A few people, though, responding to this tweet thread, it has to have some form of stability for banks to trust RippleNet when payment volumes are variable. So maybe, let's hope it's more than one USDT. Yeah, I'd hope so. But if it is, I'd be happy to sell up for that price and get into something else, to be honest. This from Jussie Chick Wizard on Twitter. Yeshua Taylor says, interesting, I do recall in an interview, the CEO of Western Union did refer to XRP as a stable coin. Joe Schmo says, could tie directly into gold along with the Spark Flare thing. Jim Hyatt down here, in the past, stablecoin was a term used for a digital asset that was pegged one-to-one to fiat. The more recent or alternative definition has been an asset whose value is/has been stable in value. Now, we know XRP is traded on the open market right now. Supply and demand rules apply. XRP right now trading at, well, it doesn't really matter what it's trading at right now for the point of what I'm about to tell you, but it is trading at about 0.232, and guys, we can see it has vacillated. This is XRP on the monthly. I'll put it back on the daily here. We can see it's vacillated based on supply and demand fundamentals. Now, what's JC Collin here talking about with regards to this Payments Canada document? What he's referring to here is this, how cross-border payments are evolving, published November 26, 2019. And I did report on this back in November, this from Payments Canada, and they do indeed refer to XRP down here. Let me see if I can find it here. Right. Stablecoins for cross-border payments. Stablecoin refers to a class of digital currencies which are relatively stable in terms of their price. Stablecoins offer instantaneous processing and security of payments, as many cryptocurrencies do. They also offer stability with respect to their parity against fiat currencies. Two digital currencies that fall into this category are RippleNet's native digital currency, XRP, and Stellar's network native cryptocurrency, the Looming, the XLM. Both Ripple and Stellar enable faster and more efficient cross-border payments relative to correspondent banking. However, they differ in that Ripple is focused on improving cross-border settlement between international banks, whereas Stellar is focused on providing low-cost cross-border payment financial services to the end user and the unbanked population. Well, that isn't necessarily 100% accurate. Nevertheless, I'm not going to go into the accuracy of this report, but I do want to touch on this issue and why they consider XRP a stablecoin. Now, guys, I don't know if you remember this, and I will link it up here in the top right-hand corner. I did this video back in August 6th to be exact, with regards to David Schwartz's comment to Mr. B XRP at last year's Swell event back last October. Okay, so almost a year ago now. So you can watch my video regarding this. And if you guys do go to my video, I do link Mr. B's video in that video. So it'll be in the description of the August 6th video. So with regards to XRP as a stablecoin, and this video was about the idea of XRP mooning in the blink of an eye, and David Schwartz essentially confirming this to Mr. B at last year's Swell event. He basically said that XRP would have to shoot up fast, in the blink of an eye essentially, because if it did go up slowly, there would be the problem of supply and demand. Meaning just this, okay? When we see XRP going up, us as retail investors, what happens, guys, when we see it go from 22 cents all the way to $3.34? FOMO sets in and people start buying it up, buying up, which pushes the demand, which pushes the price. And so XRP, in David Schwartz's opinion, can't be one day at 25 cents, then the next day at 45, then the next day at 75, then the next day at $1.75, then the next day at $3.50. That can't happen in order for Ripple to ultimately succeed at what they want to succeed at, which is targeting those high value payments. So what David Schwartz said to Mr. B was, look, that's the problem. Too much FOMO will occur, and the buyers and sellers will ultimately kind of pump the price artificially. What David Schwartz was suggesting that, you know, basically one day we're going to wake up and XRP will be at that target price that it needs to be in order to fulfill those cross-border payments. Now, I don't know if he gave him a price directly, but we know David Schwartz has gone on the record on Twitter, this back from September 2017, and he has said that XRP does eventually have to be at that high price in order for Ripple to target the types of payments they want to target. So this is all coming from David Schwartz. This is all coming from the horse's mouth, so to speak. So XRP needs to be at a high price in order to target payments. And what he is suggesting is that one day it will be at that high price because you know, if it starts rising gradually, there will be FOMO into the market, and that won't be beneficial for Ripple's ultimate goal. Now, I know some of you guys are saying, well, this is manipulation. How can they do that? And you know, XRP markets are open 24/7. I don't really know, to be honest with you guys. If you have an idea, put it down in the comments. But all this to me just goes back to this idea that now there's more regulatory clarity with stablecoins. If XRP is indeed technically deemed a stablecoin, at least it is by Payments Canada, does that mean that that sets precedent for XRP to be under this regulatory framework? And what will that stable price be? Will it be $20, $50, $100, $589 per XRP? We know it has to be high enough to target those payments. Could they even start smaller, and eventually could XRP push its way up as time goes by as needed? A lot of interesting questions here with regards to XRP adoption and price. But anyways, that's just my opinion. I want to hear what you guys think. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Like the video if you like the content I'm providing. I always love hearing your comments. See you in the next one, guys.